Doing it, consistency when you don't see results. Consistency when you do see results. Consistency when you don't feel like it. Consistency when you do feel like it. What it do, YouTube? It's your girl, Laura J. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, all that good jazz. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias, which will be linked down below, or you can just go ahead and, right here, go type that in your search bar, you feel me? So today I wanted to touch on a topic that I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, and one that I planned on participating in, and I didn't even know that this is what it was. It's like this was like a big thing that everybody's doing, right? So if you haven't seen already, it's like everybody is gearing up for the end of the year, trying to go into the new year on their stuff, and everybody's calling this the Great Lock-In, or the Great Lock-In of 2025.
Who else is seeing the Great Lock-In all over their For You page? Apparently, you're supposed to be locked in from September 1st, which is today, to December 31st. That's 17 weeks. So that's like the last third of the year, and you can achieve so much in that period of time. So these are the rules that I've seen. It's something similar to 75 Hard, but slight differences. So it looks like everybody's focusing on physical transformation or mental transformation.
Some people are doing it from now until the end of the year, or some people are just modifying their own versions. I'm the one modifying my own version because I'm doing 75 soft. It's basically a time of no slacking, no lacking. You have a goal, you want to get it done, so you're gonna lock in on this goal and you're gonna make sure that you do everything you can do to make it happen. Now, why is the Great Lock-In beneficial? Why is it beneficial to you? Why is it beneficial to me? Let me tell you, for me personally, I don't want to leave this year. I don't want to end 2025 with nothing to show for it. Now, I have some accomplishments that I have. I'm not going to downplay myself or what I have accomplished so far this year. But as far as locking in on one goal and getting it done and seeing it grow, I think it's beneficial because a lot of people could set goals for themselves. A lot of people can set goals for themselves with, all the potential bottled up inside of them, but never actually execute or actually use that potential. We see it all the time with New Year's resolutions, and people will go into the new year like, okay, I'm gonna start the new year off strong. I'm gonna work out 5 times a week, and I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna get this done because I want to lose 30 pounds by the summer. And then people start to they start off strong, but they never really finish. They don't finish weak or strong because they never finish, right? Setting this time for yourself to plan and to execute and to figure out what works and what doesn't work will allow you to, one, go into the new year already locked in. It's important for that reason. It's important to build trust within yourself, with yourself, to yourself, for yourself, to be able to say, oh, I set this in place and I made it happen. And when it's all said and done, you can't say you didn't try. You can't say you're closer than what you were. Well, you can't say that you're not closer than what you were. So it's important to go into the Great Lock-In. If you're doing 75 hard, the 75 hard, it's important to go into these things with a goal in mind, at least one goal. 1 to 3 goals. You don't want to overbear yourself, because when you focus on too many things at once, it's like you start spreading yourself thin, and then that's an excuse for you to not lock in. Because when you do these type of things aimlessly, you rely on motivation to get you through and not self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing it, consistency when you don't see results, consistency when you do see results, consistency when you don't feel like it, consistency when you do feel like it. Motivation is like, oh, I feel like it, so I'm going to do it. So what happens when you don't feel like it? For example, a few goals that people go into these type of things with, they go in with a weight loss or a weight gain journey, maybe sobriety, financial goals, spiritual, health, wealth, things of the sort. For me personally, it's about self-improvement, spiritual growth, and really honing in and focusing on my content creation and just tapping into my creative side. Comment down below and let me know if you're going to participate, and let me know what your goals are so that we can keep each other accountable. Okay, so boom, cool. You set your goals, you planned out how you're going to do these goals. Now it's time for the execution, right? It's one thing to, be motivated and writing down like your goals and what your new morning routine is going to be and and how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that. You don't just want to, again, be run by motivation. Like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good. I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna get so many things done in the morning. I'm just gonna like do this and do that and like, and then when the time comes, it's like. So I always say that it's important, in order to build a house, you gotta lay the foundation. You gotta lay the bricks down piece by piece in order to build the house and get the final product, right? It sounds good to, just be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and then the house is just gonna be there. You have to start small. Well, you don't have to, but it's recommended to start small. For example, if your goal is to lose 15 pounds or 20 pounds, however so many, by the end of your lock-in, how will you build those bricks to do that? For some people, that might look like going hard immediately, like getting in the gym early in the morning, every single day, eating healthy immediately. But for people who want to start small and build a foundation and keep that going, maybe it'd be more ideal to start with, if you don't work out already at all, start with going for a walk every day. Going for 2 walks every day after a certain amount of time. And then boom, getting in the gym. Boom, lifting weights. Boom, you get more skilled and experienced as you go. If you have ways to start small in order to get to the bigger goal, the bigger plan, the bigger vision, comment down below and let me know what that is, because hey, I might need some help myself with starting small as well. I done started over. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've started over a couple of times with the 75 hard / 75 soft. Okay, this is not a lifestyle that I usually live, but it is something that I eventually do want to. I want to live this way. I want this to be a lifestyle, not just like some period of fasting. So in order to keep myself accountable throughout this whole thing, I'm going to ask myself 3 questions every 2 weeks to check in with myself and see how far I've got, what works, what hasn't worked so far, and how I'm going to tweak things a little bit. Now, if you're participating with me, make sure you guys either use these questions or ask yourself questions every 2 weeks as well. 1, to document your experience, your process, and 2, in order to be able to look back and see these things, what works, what doesn't work, how am I going to move forward, etc., etc. Comment down below some questions if you guys have any, because these are my questions, but hey, there might be some more helpful questions that you guys think of. So the 3 questions that I have for myself: what's going well, what has been going well, where can I improve, and how do I plan on improving that, and 3 things I've achieved so far. So these are just 3 questions that I have for myself to check in every 2 weeks, just to make sure I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right things, seeing, what I need to tweak a little bit in between each check-in. Again, make sure y'all comment down below if y'all have different questions, because hey, I don't mind adding to the list now. But that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. If you want to see more frequent updates on my 75 soft journey, make sure you follow me on Instagram right here at Laura J. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love y'all, but God loves you more. I'll see you next time. Bye.